Jose Aldo has a big question to answer in his next proMMA mixed martial arts bout. One UFC commentator and former UFC fighter is questioning the former UFC featherweight champion who has now lost 2 of his last 3 bouts. Aldo had an unprecedented run of dominance that saw him remain undefeated for a decade and defend the title 9 times. Some people are questioning if he is done or if his heart not in it anymore. Aldo does have his next fight lined up, as he will have a rematch with Ricardo Lamas at UFC Winnipeg on December 16. If you recall, Aldo won their first fight by unanimous decision. Article continues below. He is coming off a loss to Max Holloway, and now, Kenny Florian is wondering what Aldo will look like in the upcoming fight. Florian responded to a question from John Anik about what version of Aldo they would see at UFC Winnipeg during the most recent edition of the Anik Florian podcast. Article continues below. That's the big question for me, because although he was winning the majority of that fight against Max Holloway, early on especially, as the fight went on it seemed like it was the Jose Aldo that kind of loses interest in the fight, Florian said, transcript courtesy of MMA Fighting. It seemed like maybe he was a little bit bored or didn't want to work as hard as he normally does during the fight. He didn't have that same kind of pep in his step, and Holloway just took it to him, kept pressuring him backwards, and Holloway just broke him mentally and then took him out with skill. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Holloway stopped Aldo in the third with a barrage of strikes. This marked Aldo's 3rd career loss and only his 2nd in the UFC, the other being his embarrassing 13-second knockout to UFC lightweight champion and mega superstar Conor McGregor. It should be noted that Aldo rebounded from that loss by beating Frankie Edgar in one of the best performances of his career. For Aldo, this is an interesting fight to see. Are you still motivated to fight? Are you still out there to win and put out your best performance, especially against a guy he already beat? We're gonna find out pretty quickly what Jose Aldo is all about and if he truly wants to get back to the top of this division. Do you want to write for GiveMeSport? Get started today by signing up and submitting an article here. http://gms.to write forms.